This show features scenes that may not be appropriate for all audiences. A full list of content warnings is available in the show notes.
This is Loudspeaker.
Sometimes things happen beyond your control, as if they have a life of their own. Choices you make, what appears to be right, seems you just have no say. As if you're a witness to your own mistakes, it's easy to play along. After you see what the choices came to be, like a storm that's passed on. Oh.
Okay, so I've taken care of the pool and the whole sensory deprivation chamber, but you're gonna have to let me know exactly what's up on my end. I've got you settled in here, but what the hell am I supposed to be doing out here?
So, essentially, you're going to be the one asking the questions. I'm more of a conduit, so to speak. I'm going to be getting the answers, if that makes sense. God, just imagine it. Imagine what this thing might know. What we might even be able to ask it. I mean, specifically, we're going to be asking it about, the murders, or murder. It might be a murder, it might not, I don't know, but that's what we're going to find out. But imagine what else it might know, Bishop. This makes it so exciting.
So, you're wanting me to stand behind this door and talk to a ghost?
Essentially, yes.
And you are going to be wearing headphones that Radio Shack radio is going to be feeding you the answers? I don't exactly get it. I'm sorry. It's just how.
There's not a ton to get. Don't think too hard about it. Don't worry too much about it. It's a frequency thing.
Well, that's the most Delaney response I'm sure I could expect. Okay, let's quickly get this out of the way, because if you go exploding, I'm going to cut this off. I'm going to end it right there, and we've got to get answers as soon as possible. So what do you need me to ask? What do we need to find out?
I suppose the biggest ones are what happened to Joseph Reed. I guess that's the macro one. Where can we find Tyler? Did Tyler initiate it? What were they tapping into? What were they using it for? Did it turn on them? The combustion still may have been a completely disconnected incident.
I feel like we need to, more than anything else, focus in on Tyler. I understand where you are as a person, and I understand that you like to fall down these rabbit holes, but right now, I do need you to remember that there is an apartment building covered in blood, and we have to figure out why. That's where we need to start with this. I've been thinking like Delaney, and for once, I need you to think like Bishop.
Well, then you've answered your own question, Bishop. Well, we'll start with Tyler.
Okay. Are you sure there's no other way we could do this? I understand there's not any sort of magical technology that would allow you to see what a person is doing every single minute of every single day, but certainly there has to be some other way.
Bishop, I need you to listen to me. And I do mean listen. No snarky interruptions, no arguments, just let me talk for a second before we do this. It's okay to be scared. I've been doing this so long that I forget sometimes that it can be scary for some people. It's only been a month, and maybe I pushed you a little too hard, too fast, and your response to being scared is to, deny everything. My point is, it's okay that you're scared, but also, please understand that as your partner, I'll do everything I can to protect you. But that's also why I ask you to take me seriously when I talk to you about these things. Not because I want the validation of your belief. I know we haven't been together very long, but I'd at least hope you'd recognize that outside validation from people means very little to me. I like you, Hal. You're smart. You're resourceful. I know that I can count on you to handle yourself. You're not like the other glorified babysitters the department's tried to saddle me with, but one way or another, they all met their unfortunate ends because they didn't take this weirdness that we deal with seriously. They didn't trust that I know what I'm doing. And that made it difficult for me to keep them safe. And to that end, if things become unstable, though I highly doubt they will, because unlike our friends the Reed brothers, I have many years' experience with the supernatural, and I have my suspicions as to what may have transpired. But anyway, if they do, you do not go and cut this thing off. You run, Hal. You get off this floor and out of the building as quickly as possible. No arguing, no, excuse my language, cowboy bullshit. You take it seriously, you trust me, and you just run. If you need incentive, I'm sure Maggie sees enough corpses at her day job. I imagine she'd rather not bring her work home with her.
I made that joke on the phone earlier, so yeah, no, she didn't exactly appreciate it. Well, firstly, I'm not afraid. I'm a big, strong CIA boy, and that means that I've seen a lot. It's just, when I see things that I can't explain, that's when I get afraid. I've seen bodies laying on the street and was able to point and say, bullet wound, knife. I knew why, and I knew how to stop it. This I don't know how to stop, and that scares me. But secondly, I believe you. But believe me, I'm not running out of here if something goes wrong. If we go down, we're going down together, because believe me, I'm not taking over your fucking job. Now go put on your water wings, climb into our homemade sensory deprivation tank, and let's talk to some ghosts.
When Delaney closes the door, they do lock it.
And in response, Bishop looks down at the doorknob, looks up at Delaney through the window, and just says, "You know I know how to pick locks. Like, we've done this numerous times. I could get through this door in like an instant. So like,
I can't. The too thick. The walls are very thick. I'm gonna go lie down in my tub, in my kitty tub."
Jesus Christ, fine.
I guess Delaney takes like their blazer off and takes the tie and like ties it around their eyes like a blindfold. And they put the headphones and things on. Hello? Hello? You there? Is someone there? Yes, I can hear you. Hello. My name is Ash Delaney. What's your name? I didn't quite catch that. No last name.
What happened to Joseph Reed?
That's I'm sure that whatever you, I'm sure you had your reasons. I'm sure you had perfectly good, valid reasons. Hal, our friend here, who I'm having a wonderful conversation with, did apparently killed Joseph Reed. You could request further clarification, although he doesn't seem to appreciate that. He doesn't seem like the most cheerful conversationalist, which kind of begs the question of how he was offering the stock market things. Ask about the stock market. I'm a little curious about that.
I'm not going down this rabbit hole. Just why? Why did you kill Joseph Reed?
Broke deal. Must pay.
Broke a deal? What deal?
I am not for you to know.
In today's increasingly interconnected society, I can't say I blame you there. That's fair. He says he doesn't. Well, you know what I'm saying? It's a vaguely masculine sounding voice, but who am I to honestly be the judge of that? They say they don't want to be known, Hal. So.
Will you kill again? Will you kill again?
Okay, how? What did you do? How? What did... It keeps saying again. Why is it saying again? What did you do? I don't know why I'm asking you. I can't hear you.
We're not here to be villains. We're not here to try to figure out your identity or expose you to the world. I know that's Delaney's whole deal, is bringing out the whole weird. That's not my vibe. I know what it's like to find out about things that are supposedly hidden. And I understand what it does to a person, and I don't want the world to feel everything that I've had to feel for the past 4 weeks. But if you keep doing this, we will find a way to stop you.
No villains, no heroes.
No villains, no heroes.
So now what? You're just like a Todd McFarlane comic? Is that what I'm getting here? Is that your whole deal? Ooh, are you Spawn? Oh no, did I figure out who you are? Are you Spawn? Oh no! Whoopsie doopsie. Look, don't hurt them.
This seems like it's quite amenable to our cause here, Hal. I mean, I would say we need to find Tyler Reed for starters, but let's think a little bigger, why don't we? How far back do you think it can see? I mean, there was also the no heroes, no villains thing, but that seems less important. How far back can it go? Yes, I know you're not talking to me, you're only talking to him. Alright, next time you're the one who's going in the bath and I'm the one who gets to talk. Honestly, this is terribly frustrating.
You don't say. Okay, fine. What's your deal?
It says it needs something. It needs our help. What do you... ask it what it needs. Tell it we'll do whatever.
I mean, this is a pretty rare opportunity. I feel like we ought to give it whatever it wants.
Hey, Delaney, I understand you can't hear me right now, but I'm not doing whatever the fuck this thing wants. I refuse, but maybe together we can work on something. Spawn, I'm just gonna call you. This isn't me knowing you. This isn't me figuring out your identity. I just feel like I need to give you a name so we can kind of communicate better. So, Mr. Spawn, what exactly do you want? What is this deal?
Call me Spawn.
It says no name. Call me Spawn.
Oh, okay, so I can call you Spawn. Cool.
Like the comic character?
Yeah, Delaney gets it. Good. Okay, well, Spawn, what do you want? What's your whole deal here? Because right now, there is a man with a family who, because of you, that family never gets to see
I
again.
haven't said anything about a deal.
And I don't want that happening to anybody else. I know what it feels like to lose someone like that, and I
Spawn?
can't let you keep
still
doing
there?
this. And at the end of the day, you're either going to have a very positive, fun deal with me, or that person in there, in that tub, will find a way to take you down. 'Cause I don't know how to. But they can. And they will take you down. So let's make a deal.
I'll help you find someone. You help me find someone.
Spawn says that they'll help us find someone if we help them find someone. So I imagine that they're not gonna tell us where Tyler is until we figure out where someone is for them. I don't know. I guess ask who they're looking for.
I have a counteroffer. Because at the end of the day, we were seeking the murderer of Joseph Reed, and
No counteroffer. No counteroffer. Hal, whatever you're doing, Spawn isn't buying.
I don't give a damn about Tyler Reed. We were looking for a murderer, and you have just revealed yourself to be that murderer, but I can't stop you. And I know it would be easier for all of us if you didn't make dude fondue out of anybody else. I don't want any other families to lose anybody. That's all I want. I don't want Tyler Reed, and if you stop, we'll help.
My counter offer.
Ow. Hey!
Hey, I told you not to hurt them. I told you not
Hal, what are
to
you
hurt
saying
them.
to it?
Ah! Stop!
Stop it!
Stop hurting them.
Okay, what?
What do you want?
That's enough. That's
All right, Spawn,
What
we're not going to get anywhere if you keep hurting them.
Stop.
Spawn! Whatever, I'm not... Whatever Hal's saying, he doesn't mean it. He doesn't mean it. It's fine. It's fine.
Look,
Please.
okay, one last
Please stop,
counteroffer.
please.
Stop hurting them
Please.
and we'll do whatever you want. Do we have a deal?
He says... Spawn says we don't need to help him now.
And that this person is not of any consequence to them.
Say yes.
Say yes, Hal. It says say yes.
For them, yes.
Hi everyone, Megan Danger here. How we doing? How we feeling? You hanging in? You doing good? Take a good, strong, deep breath. Pravi's here too, and he's here to tell you that everything is gonna be okay in this storyline. Here at the end of our second episode arc, which, like, dang. Yeah, I know, Pravi. Things kicked up a notch, huh? I hope you guys are enjoying it. We really enjoyed making it. I'm just so psyched with how it turned out. And so I'm gonna try to be, nice and quick here so that we can get back into it. Get back to that good stuff. That good content that you crave, I imagine. I hope. And then once you're done listening, why not check out our new merch store? It's at jointheweird.com, and then you hit the merch button, which has got all kinds of awesome shirts and tote bags and the stickers and pint glasses. Yeah, I know, right? With and coffee mugs, obviously. There's one thing Ash Delaney knows, it's you gotta have a good coffee mug. And they've all got super awesome designs on them, and by super awesome I mean largely cursed. So definitely check that out and get yourself some swag. Yeah. And I also want to say thank you to our wonderful, beautiful, amazing, spooky, yeah, all right, sure, patrons. Your support, yes, Pravi, I'm thanking the patrons. Shut up. Your support helps us make the show as good as it can be, and also gives you access to tons of bonus content, a whole ass bonus episode. The whole thing, all 4 chapters. Also episodes of The Vibe and early episodes of this show. And they're the good, it's the good version. I mean, this version's also very good, but I guess that's the better version? Yeah. And you can get access to all of that along with a warm, fuzzy feeling that comes with supporting an independent podcast by going to patreon.com/jointheweird. Pravi really wants you to do it. And while I'm thanking folks, I'd like to thank Loudspeaker, our network that lets us do all of this weird shit. And remember that you can listen to the show on Loudspeaker early on Tuesday nights, and you get the one with, like, the cool music, because since Loudspeaker is a radio station, we can do that, and it's awesome. They also have all kinds of great regular music playing. He's just going. And just a ton of really great shows for you to check out. Loudspeaker is dedicated to supporting content and content creators from underserved communities and, boosting marginalized voices and all of that good stuff that you like to see and hear, in this case specifically. Just tickling all the senses. So let's see. We said our thank yous. Told you to go buy cool things in our store. Yeah, I guess the last thing would just be that if you thought this arc was kind of buck wild, you have no idea what's coming in episode 3. That's I'm so excited for you guys to hear that storyline, and we're going to be doing it with the amazing Ty from the podcast Side Character Quest, which, if you know about Side Character Quest, then you're probably like, oh, hell yeah, because it's a great show and Ty is amazing. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, go listen to Side Character Quest. Live your best life. Don't miss out on a really good fucking podcast. So you got that to look forward to in 2 weeks. I'm super psyched about it, and you should be too, because I said so. No, I mean, you're in charge of your own life and your destiny. You could be super psyched about what you want to be, but it'd be cool if you were also super psyched and we could just be super psyched together. I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. So thank you all for listening, for supporting the show. If you like what we do, if you're having a good time, please spread the word. That's, tell your friends, tell your family, tell everyone on the internet, everyone, all of them. Tell them that The Weird is a super kick-ass actual play, TTRPG audio drama podcast with the worst SEO in the world. Please, we need all the help we can get. And I think that's about it. So, hell yeah. Let's get back to the show so that I can stop talking, because Christ only knows what I'm going to say next. Thank y'all.
I guess Delaney slides, just like crab slides out of the kiddie pool. And I guess you can kind of see through their shirt, since they took the blazer off. Like, you can see through their shirt since it's like plastered to their skin now because it's like all wet. Just claw marks all up and down their like arms and back, and they unlock the door and let Bishop in.
Bishop immediately rushes and hugs Delaney before realizing even what he's doing, and then pulls away and looks at the claw marks and sees, is it bloody in any way, or is it just leftover?
Yeah, so the claw marks stretch from the back all the way to the front and down the arm. They are dug in significantly into Ash's arm. However, the bleeding seems to have stopped.
Well, sorry about that. That was just a lot. You know.
I may have made it sound worse than it was. I was caught by surprise more than anything else. I'm sorry if I unduly alarmed you.
Yeah, just a little bit, but I know if anyone can handle it, it's Ash Delaney. Curious question now. The murderer was a ghost demon thing? What do we do now? Because your whole thing is trying to bring them in, inspect them, and he very much did not want to be seen. Do we even need to worry about Tyler?
Well, I only caught maybe a quarter of that conversation. So Tyler doesn't matter. And he Spawn, that's quite a name, killed Joseph, if I'm to take that correctly.
Yes.
Never did find out about the stock market, huh?
I feel like some threads are left untied up at this point. If you want to find Tyler, we can. Perhaps he could have some sort of information about what happened to Joe, the manner of death, because Spawn was going to kill you, and it looks like the manner of death would have been lacerations, but Joe exploded. There's no other way around it, so maybe he has multiple ways of taking men down. Maybe we can find out what this thing is all about.
Wait, you said it was going to kill me?
Don't worry about it. Let's go on one of those big Delaney and Bishop adventures and go track down what this thing's capable of. Just in case we ever need to come into contact with it again.
It seems like if we ever need to, Spawn knows how to reach out to us.
So what do we do now?
Ash, Hal, there is a Tyler Reed waiting for you in the lobby.
Delaney, I've solved the case. Then we rush off to the lobby.
I'm gonna put my blazer back on real quick.
The two of you head down into the lobby, not discussing what had just transpired in the office. As you hit the bottom floor, you see a man on a bench against the wall close to the front door. He fidgets anxiously as you approach.
Tyler Reed, I presume?
Yeah, that's me. They called me about an hour ago and
told me to come here. That if I did, they wouldn't ask me to fulfill my brother's debt.
Who told you to be here?
The voice. The voice on the other end.
Oh, well, it's good to know he's getting around. Hal Bishop, Department of Transportation. Tyler, we have some questions for you. This is my associate, Ash Delaney. What happened to your brother?
Well, it was Joe's idea. Joe got in contact with the creature, like, last week. And made a deal with it.
Why, if you don't mind me asking, why the fuck were you talking to a demon?
I mean, I was planning on it. It seems like a perfectly natural hobby that someone might pursue.
No, like, I get why you want to talk to demons. You're a fucking weirdo. It's more you.
Rude.
They said they'd give Joe information about future stocks. Things that would be successful. And Joe really quickly made a lot of money. When Joe couldn't fulfill his promise, it ended up killing him.
Well, that seems obvious, given by the fact that he's now currently a painting on the walls.
Delaney swats you. Let him talk. Hush.
Yeah. The deal was to have Joe find a book. It said it would be easy to find, giving him, like, an exact location and everything. He never found it. He never found that fucking book.
And what exactly was this book that was so important? What, the Satanic Bible, the Necronomicon?
Joe never told me. I'm sorry.
That was him calling in his favor.
Yes.
What? So, Tyler, let me see if I've got this correct. Joseph contacts you, telling you that he's got another one of his money-making schemes. Now, we discovered that Joseph has had run-ins with the law over money in the past, and his money-making scheme is of supernatural origin, which, even for me, is wild, I have to say. And so he makes a deal with Spawn, as we've come to know him. Do you know what? And so have I got this correct so far?
Yes, that's about it.
Yeah, dipshit made a deal with the devil to get some cash.
Hal. Through the stock market, which I'm still not over, and really wish we'd gotten more information about that. That's just fascinating.
Look, Tyler, and I sit down next to him, put a hand on his shoulder. I wish that we were the type of special department where I could pull out a small red beam and it would make you forget all of that and what happened, but sheer fact of the matter is all I have in my pocket is a silenced pistol, keys to a shitty Ford Fiesta, and absolutely zero fucks after the day I've had. But you said you've talked to him twice, correct?
Yeah, correct, sir.
Do you want it to be thirds?
Bishop, clearly he's been through a trauma. I don't understand what hassling him right now is going to accomplish. We're not going to get
Because he doesn't understand. I've seen what this can do, and now he has too. And the sheer fact of the matter is, the longer more people in this world think they can get away with connecting themselves to the other side like this for their stupid fucking means like this, I want you to go back out into the world, and I want you to live perfectly normal. And if anybody brings up any shit about demons, or about ghosts, or about anything supernatural, you listen to me. It's made up. It's fake. You say whatever you want. But we're not letting this get out, because I'm not letting what happened to your brother happen to anybody else. Understood?
Okay. Tyler leaves the building, leaving an awkward silence between Bishop and Delaney. Without speaking, Bishop stands up and heads to the elevator alone. Delaney does not immediately join him. After about 10 minutes, Delaney heads back to the office upstairs.
I'm just staring down at the stack of paperwork from this, and just sighing and saying, you know Joseph's not going to be the last one.
There's never going to be the last one of anything. That's how it works, Hal. That's the job.
As long as people are stupid and think that they can use these forces for their own selfish fucking means, it's going to keep happening, and people are going to keep losing family members, and I can't have that. So I know in the future we've got to deal with Spawn, and maybe we get off easy. Maybe it's like Tyler, and we just have to drive to Washington, D.C. for no apparent reason. But it could be something worse. Which means the next time we see Spawn, it can't be to fulfill our end of the deal. Our deal with Spawn needs to be his last.
We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. And like I said yesterday, I just need you to trust me. I know what I'm doing, and I can protect you, that I can keep us safe, that I'm not just a little fucking weirdo.
Delaney, I saw what happened to you yesterday, and unless you're very fucking good at playing the fiddle, I don't exactly know how you're going to win this. We've got to take him out.
Or we just have to learn more about how he works.
And Hal sighs and just goes back to the paperwork without even saying another thing.
Look, Hal, you've been through a lot. More than can reasonably be expected in a very short span of time. Go home. Relax. Give Maggie a call. Let her know that everything's all right, as I'm sure she's privy to pretty much all of our secrets at this point. Which, about that, you might want to be a little more careful about.
I don't tell her what happens, I just tell her a body exploded and kind of let her figure it out on her own.
I don't know if that's better, but okay, sure. Either way, go home and do some self-care for me, will you?
Fine. Hal stands up, pulls out his cell phone, and goes to the door, and on his way out, you can hear him on the phone. Maggie, hey, babe, how are you? Curious question. How good are you at playing the fiddle?
So, at the end here, Rudy comes back into the space, into the office, and knocks on the door and says, hey, Ash is, the director wants to speak to you.
Yep. Duty calls.
And so you make your way down the hallway, and you go into the office. And the office is dark. It's never a good time to be speaking with the director. The purple walls that extend like a significant distance into the space give it this ominous, I wouldn't say glow, but there is like this, when the light bounces off these purple walls, it makes it seem darker than it should be. There's 2 chairs inside the space, two recliners, and a table inside the middle. And in front of that is this glass pane that separates you and the director. You can see them in the distance. You have never seen their face before. They stay in that space, behind their desk. In the corner of the room, next to the glass pane, you can see a speaker, and you can hear the director speak into it.
Ash, I need you to sit down.
Sure. I mean, I'm a little sore, you know, my back. I could stand, you know, if it's all the same to you.
Sit down.
Okay. Ash sits, and they kind of do like a little grimace as they do. 'Cause it hurt.
I am the director of response and recovery. My job is to make sure we recover. Did you handle Tyler Reed?
So then we cut to the scene where Tyler just walked out of the space, out of the Department of Transportation. You had let him go. And he is walking down the street, and what do you do?
So I do like a little half Tyler, Mr. Reed, Tyler, wait, don't go just yet. I apologize. I know my partner was a little bit out of line there. He was a bit stressed out. The whole situation left him a bit spooked, but I'm sorry for the way that he treated you. If we could just talk just a little more, if you could come back with me and we could try this again.
I need you to roll for this.
That is an 8 plus 2 is a 10.
Awesome. Alrighty. So Tyler looks at you and he says, "So you can help me?"
Yes, Tyler. If you come back with me, I can help you.
Okay. Let's go. And then the two of you walk back into the Department of Transportation.
The Weird is created, produced, and written by Charles Joseph Kelly. Ash Delaney is played by Megan Danger. Hal Bishop is played by Scotty Moore. Cheyenne Madej is played by Nancy Dreckman. The narrator is played by Lee Shackelford. Everyone else is played by Charles Kelly. Thanks for joining The Weird, y'all.
This has been a production of Loudspeaker Networks. For more on this and other programs, visit loudspeaker.fm.